Yesterday, President Joe Biden signed into law a stopgap funding bill to avert a government shutdown and extend the time that Congress can work on more spending, which they want to include revived stimulus provisions in. I'm going to give you all the details, and this means you're going to want to watch the news over the course of the next couple weeks. Stay tuned to the channel because next week is going to be big as Congress is going to be pushing to try to get this done before December 23rd. That is the new deadline. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. We're likely going to see one of two things happen. We're either going to see them come together, pass this bill, come to an agreement, and we will see if they include these stimulus provisions in it, or we're probably going to see them kick the can down the road again with another stopgap funding bill going into 2023. And if that is the case, that is exactly what Kevin McCarthy and many Republicans in Congress would like to see, as with the new Congress, they're going to have new control and new power. And we're going to see you guys. Let me know your thoughts. What's it going to be? Are they going to get this done next week, finally, or are they going to kick the can down the road? Take a look at the headlines, you guys. Biden signed a short-term funding bill to avert a government shutdown this week. President Biden signs a temporary government funding bill averting a partial shutdown. Biden signs short-term funding bill averting the government shutdown. And also, take a look at this. Millions of Americans would get $3,600 payments in 2023. New stimulus coming next year under a new plan. And you can see this article just came out yesterday. They want to include, take a look, you guys, the expanded child tax credit and the earned income tax credit, which is like the child tax credit, but you don't need children. They want these two back in enacted stimulus in 2023. And take a look. Don't table the child tax credit expansion. This just coming out a couple days ago, as they're saying, bring back those benefits for parents and for the low-income individuals. Now, also, we've had other promises as well. As you know, Social Security increases, fourth federal level stimulus checks of $2,000, free child care, free college tuition, wiping out student loan debt. We will see what comes to pass. I will keep you up to date. But you guys, take a look first at this video footage that just came out as President Joe Biden signed this stopgap bill. And also, smash the like button if you appreciate the content. Subscribe to stay up to date. Let's take a look.
The president has signed that short-term deal to keep the government funded through next week. We have to ask about that. And also, where do we stand on the long-term negotiations for a government spending plan?
Yeah, this is like hitting the snooze button. We've delayed the clock by another week. The painful process of waking up still exists. So Congress has to wake up and get a long, year-long continuing resolution agreed upon and approved. And that still is going to take some work and some negotiations, especially here in the U.S. Senate, where each senator has outsized influence to obstruct that vote or try to challenge the bill. And there are some Republicans who are flirting with the idea of being an impediment to passing this year-long bill. And remember, if they can avert a government shutdown, even with just a short-term, a multi-week or multi-month deal, that changes the political calculus quite a bit, doesn't it? Because Republicans take control of the U.S. House January 3rd, giving themselves quite a bit of leverage and negotiating ability if they want to draw out these negotiations into January or February. So next week we find out if they can pass a year-long deal to put this all past us until next fall, or whether they're going to just kick the can down the curb again a few weeks and relitigate all this in a new Congress at the start of the new year.
So there you have it, you guys. Now, again, let me know your thoughts. Do you think that Republicans are going to get on board? They're going to pass this spending bill, and also they're going to include those stimulus provisions that they're saying they want to get in there? There's negotiations going on with that and tax cuts for businesses. Or are they going to kick the can down the road so that way Republicans can have more power in the House? Now, notice I did not mention an option of a government shutdown, and that is because Democrats and Republicans alike are saying there's not going to be a shutdown. They're going to either fund the government for the full term or they're going to do a stopgap bill. Now, take a look for yourself. Listen to what Republicans have to say about what we can expect in the upcoming weeks.
Senator John Barrasso, kind enough to join us, the Wyoming Republican and the Senate GOP Conference Chair. Senator, good to have you back. Thank you.
Thank you, Neil.
Where do things stand now?
Well, we need a couple of things. One is we need to end this wasteful Washington spending, and at the same time, we need to fund the government. So there are a couple of ways to do it, but a government shutdown isn't going to happen. The thing with all of this wasteful spending, and you've seen a lot of it in the last 2 years, is it's brought us these record numbers, 40-year high inflation. You saw the president talk about it today. Since he's been in office, prices are up 13.9% overall. It's going to be the most expensive Christmas in history in terms of gifts, in terms of food, even in terms of decoration. So when the president was asked today about when he thought prices would get back to normal, he said, hopefully at the end of next year. Neil, Joe Biden is turning into the Grinch that stole Christmas.
He says the numbers are improving. A lot of people interpreted the latest retail inflation report as proof of that. You're quite right. They're still bad, and they still have a 7 in front of them to show that we're still running a 7% clip. So doesn't seem to be going anywhere anytime soon, but that is adding to government spending and the debt and all that. So it's made your job a lot more difficult, hasn't it?
Well, it has, and when we take a look at funding the government and the options, I mean, to me as a conservative, the thing that bothers me and gets me most angry is neither of the ways that we're looking at doing it are the right way to do it. The right way is appropriation bills that people read and then amend and vote on and pass, but Chuck Schumer hasn't brought a single appropriation bill to the floor this year. So we're taking a look at different options. One is kind of kicking the can down the road a bit into next year. The other is with this what they call an omnibus bill, a larger spending bill. The advantage of the bigger bill is it includes the military things that our Army and Navy and others need for defense. Kicking the can down the road, the value of doing that is then you get to a Republican House next year. So hopefully could get this reckless spending better under control. But that's what we're looking at, the inflation that is hitting people. Their savings are at an all-time low. Credit card borrowing is up. Credit card rates are up. And for the American people, the people back home in Wyoming, and I was at the grocery store over the weekend, they just feel that there is no end in sight, Neil.
So there you have it. And again, those are the two options. Let me know your thoughts. Which one is it going to be? Are Republicans going to hold out for more power in the new Congress and have a little bit more negotiating room there? Let me know your thoughts, or are they going to get this done? Well, either way, though, we're hearing that in negotiations right now are child tax credits and earned income tax credits, CTC and EITC. Now, we're seeing a lot of headlines about child tax credits, but don't forget, earned income tax credits are similar to the child tax credits, but you don't have to have kids, and the amounts could be substantially more. Now take a look, you guys. Here's an article that just came out yesterday. Millions of Americans would get $3,600 payments in 2023 under the new plan. Now, like I said, just came out yesterday, and just very quickly, take a look. A new proposal to expand the COVID-era child tax credits could provide parents with up to $3,600 per year to help support their families, assuming it makes it into the final package. And they're talking about the one being negotiated right now. Now, in a Thursday press conference, members of the House Democratic Caucus announced proposed language for a year-end spending package that included an extension of the expanded child tax credit that was included in the 2021 American Rescue Plan. And this proposal would again bring back those advance payments, expand it to $3,600 from its current $2,000, and you'd be able to get those monthly reoccurring checks. Now, also, eligibility is kind of up in the air, but we're hearing Democrats, they're willing to negotiate on that, and they're feeling like they're confident they're going to get these tax credits in, because also Republicans want to get those tax cuts for businesses. And we're going to be seeing what unfolds here with negotiations and if they can get this in. Now, I just let you know that we have heard that there is $1.7 trillion in spending that they want to get done. We don't have all the details yet or allocations, but we'll see. I will let you know here on the channel. And like I said, we're hearing promises about Social Security increases, stimulus checks, a ton of provisions. We're going to be seeing what comes to fruition in the new Congress. And also, you guys, Social Security benefits for this month. As you guys know, those of you on SSI, you should be receiving 2 checks this month. You should have already got the first one. The second one is going to be on the way. And also, coming in the mail for everybody that receives Social Security benefits are going to be very important letters. Do not throw them out. They're saying check your mailboxes every day because they might be needed if certain circumstances come up. Now, to get more information on that, check out this video right here as I cover it in detail for you. I cite all the sources, have a them linked in the video description. Check that out if you're interested in Social Security benefits this month and going into 2023. But with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'll keep you up to date. Smash the like button if you appreciate the content. Subscribe to stay up to date, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.